play Game Boy Titus the Fox, Kerosene? No. Oh my gosh, who would ever play Titus the Fox? Who would play that crap? Oh, you know what? I've got someone who probably wouldn't play that crap, but maybe would if I tempted him. Please welcome on in our GM for today for the first game, Corndan. I don't know if Corndan would play Titus the Fox. He seems to be a little bit more on what?
Huh?
Oh, hi, Corndan. Question, would you ever play Titus the Fox?
I've played Titus the Fox.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Fox on multiple systems, even. Right, I played Titus the Fox on Game Boy. I played Titus the Fox on DOS. I've played Titus the Fox on NES, I think.
Is there an NES one? Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's not NES, but I've played it on, too many systems.
Oh, so, cool. Oh, that one guy, 002, you hope it's okay to mention that? Send me a PM. I'm interested who the VTuber is who's going to be playing Kuso6rande. Simply put, I always support going and cheering on new Kuso streamers. It's always exciting. Yeah, and I feel like building the community is some, if people play a game that you enjoy playing, instead of saying, wow, I play it better, you should go cheer them on. Not referencing other stuff going on in the speedrunning world these days. Corndan, you're not Titus the Fox today, okay? In fact, this game is not related at all.
That's true. So, this game actually has an interesting distinction. It was one of the very last NES games ever dumped.
Okay.
Right. So
that means
how do you feel about? Well, no, it just means it was one of the last games dumped.
Oh, dumped. I thought you said developed for a second. Yeah.
No, dumped. It was one of the last games. So it's a fairly rare game to actually have. How do you feel about 4N games?
I prefer the 5N.
Okay. This is not a 5N game. It's a 4N game.
Okay, a 4N game. Oh, crap.
So it's been on Kuso6rande before.
Okay.
Friend of the stream, Tina Hacks. I decided to bring it back because, the group that I have, right, is Faizu, and I can't give a lot of games to Faizu, so I had to go to the foreign stuff, which is why I have Magic Kid GooGoo for the NES.
That's right, Magic Kid GooGoo. In fact, Tina Hacks' group back in Kuso3 had this as the name for the group, right?
Yeah, because she did give this out. This was like the last game she gave out in that group.
Yeah,
and it's deceptive. It's kind of like, I actually legitimately kind of enjoy it. But it's not particularly great.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I had to find something that Faizu has never played before, because I'll be honest, I make Faizu, or used to make Faizu, test a lot of my games, including games I gave out this year. I made him play New York Warriors because I told him it was too good for him.
Oh my gosh, New York Warriors is not too good for anyone. I love that, I still occasionally talk to the developer for that.
Yeah, so do I.
He's awesome.
I mean, honestly, right, half of that is because Faizu did actually semi-enjoy it, and part of it is I just like making Faizu suffer.
I mean, both of those are worthwhile endeavors.
Yeah, and I can't bring out other things like I had originally considered Tasmania, and I can't do that because I gave that to Toe, and Toe loves now Tasmania.
No, who can love a Taz?
Right, so I can't even deal with that. So we had to go to this, and if it wasn't going to be for this, it was going to be a lot worse real fast.
Yeah, I know that you sent me a warning. I'm wondering what the secrets are that you hold, but we'll find out another day.
all you need to know is I found a bunch of Russian bootlegs.
Oh my gosh, I love me a good Russian bootleg.
Right,
And
that's all you need to know.
More so, I love a bad Russian bootleg.
Oh yeah, they're not real great.
Yeah, I imagine. Why is Faizu playing Virtual Bart? Oh my gosh, get up. Faizu, you were in chat, now you're playing Virtual Bart. What the crappy crap? Well, I mean, it's easy to capture. Yeah, Faizu, if you want, you can just play... He's not listening right now, but if you want, you can just play Virtual Bart instead.
But yeah, no, I have found all sorts of interesting Russian bootlegs. Like, did you know somebody made Angry Birds as a Russian bootleg game?
Yes.
Right, I've played it. It's
not good.
As bad as you think. It's not good, but it's not as bad as you think.
Okay. I don't recall it being terrible except for the frame rate. But okay, Angry Birds, Russian bootleg, not as bad as you think. Any other specials that you think you're not going to give out that you can talk about?
Well, I mean, you know, clearly we've already had Gummy Bear, right?
Oh, I love Gummy Bear.
I have some other ones like Call of Duty Ghosts, which is just it's a bootleg of Time Tracks. And
okay.
Time Tracks isn't great, but it's not bad. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well at least just give out Time Tracks.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, I'm just doing a check to make sure that everybody is in the right location before I switch over there. Yeah, what were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off.
Right, so some of the ones we've had on Kuso6rande before. Right, Mario 4 we've had on Kuso6rande. Shrek we've had on Kuso6rande.
Yeah.
I weirdly enough have a Genesis port of the NES Darkwing Duck game.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds wrong. That sounds very, very wrong.
And Darkwing Duck for the NES is pretty good. And this is definitely not bad enough where I could be like, here, have the Genesis port of a good NES game. Right? Like, and it like straight up just like matches like gameplay and everything.
Okay. Let's see. We're using Blade Master's audio, right?
Correct. Yep. And isn't there a Russian Lego Batman bootleg? And there is, and it's for the Genesis.
Aw, yeah. Lego Batman bootleg for Genesis. Interesting.
Which I think it's also been on Kuso6rande before.
I love that 3 of the 4 players were on the sound test, and unfortunately it wasn't the player we're capturing, but we get the entertainer.
Yeah.
I'm entertained already.
Same.
Okay, it looks like they are getting back to the menu to begin. I love that one of the characters in the game looks like the fighter from Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, I need you to get all of your magical emotes.
Yep. Kids, GooGoos, penguins, dudes, magical flasks.
Yeah. And I will start the timer as soon as I see movement in the first stage. There we go.
I just want to say I'm excited, right? We've now had Crappy running on its own web server for like a week now, and I haven't had to touch it.
Oh, that's so nice, Corndad. Yeah, I'm really thankful for all the work that you have put into that to making it work well. Honestly, I've got some ideas that we could potentially roll out for the bot over there on Discord, but you know, no need to just rush through it. I mean, we don't rush through Kuso6rande. Why rush?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see esteemed master of Magic Kids GooGoo, Tina Hacks, has joined us.
Hey, I recognize this game.
Tina,
You should.
hello.
This game is like the least bad game I was going to give out today. I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie.
It's really charming.
It's also really not good.
No, it's not. Oh boy, is it not. Fun fact about this game, it took forever for this game to be supported by emulators.
Yeah, it was the very last, one of the very last games to be dumped, and it uses a mapper that very few do.
Yeah, basically,
Mapper
I think
190.
nobody outside of Korea really uses this mapper.
Yep. So I think the only two games I can really think of that use this are this and Dooley Bravo Land.
Yep.
Yeah, I just love that we have this. It is kind of like I think this game is kind of fun, although it does belong in Kuso6rande.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Uh-huh. Yes, it does.
Yeah, why though?
And they'll find out. So it controls, I would say, mostly okay.
Yeah.
It's very floaty.
It's
Okay.
very floaty.
And on top of floaty, it's also ice physics.
You influence.
Oh, I like the music though. It's good.
Right. If you're not transformed into something, it's one hit kill.
Okay.
And right, all of the players are gonna see here that the water physics suck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw Pfizer doing a little swimming, the toe in there right now.
And so the right way to deal with that is to transform into the penguin. The penguin actually has some really good water stuff. It's like turning into On Guard in Donkey Kong Country.
Okay. Definitely a good way to go. It looks like the Time Walker is currently a knight.
Yep. So the nice thing about all of these is every one of them, right, when they transform into something, they do special things, right? So the penguin swims and blows bubbles. The knight has a sword. The sword's really strong. Stuff like that. It also gives you another hit, right? So if you're the kid in the karate suit, GooGoo, right, you one hit and you die.
Yeah.
So if you're transformed because you're being a magical kid and you're transformed to something, you get basically an extra hit.
Does the
which is
hit
convenient.
just change you back to normal GooGoo?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normal GooGoo. That is literally a phrase I used just now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
a Brasincha quote now.
every stage in each world, you have to get a key to go out the exit. The keys are generally not too hard to find.
Okay.
Or at least in the early stages, they're not too hard to find.
Yeah, Tina, I'm really glad that you came and hopped in, by the way. Okay, this music, yeah, I had to turn it down just a tiny bit because this water music is not the best.
Nope. So I forget how many stages each world has, but it basically ends up, you go through a bunch of stages, you get to like a temple, there's a boss fight, and then you go on to the next world, it'll give you a password.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be too hard to track progress here.
You know, I'm actually fairly impressed with how this game runs. You know, if it was developed as an unlicensed game, there's like almost zero sprite flicker. Occasionally there's a little bit. You've got the diagonal movement, which was really a bit of a pain for NES games. I guess in '92 when this was quote-unquote released, it was much more understood how to do that, but still, it scrolls smoothly.
Yep, I'm certain they took like all of the good stuff that, you know, everybody learned from like Super Mario 3.
Yeah, Mario 3 did a lot of pioneering with that. I also really love the colors used in this game. It's bright, it's silly, definitely has some Mario inspiration with the fish swimming around, but like, it looks legit. It doesn't look like an unlicensed video game.
Correct. It looks like it was actually a developed game.
Yeah.
There will be assets that are very clearly ripped. We'll see them later.
Oh yeah.
Music especially. You end up going, You took some stuff and you very slightly tweaked it.
I mean, we already had the entertainer.
Nice. Maybe we wouldn't notice.
As much as I love Janis Joplin, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the entertainer for sure, but that's not a video game rip so much. That's, I mean, even Mario Land used some unlicensed music, right?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 have all used public domain music.
So everybody keeps going into, basically in every level, there's a little star with a G in it, and it goes to the games. And you can bet food to get more food. Now, food is just like your currency.
Okay.
Right? It's like getting coins. As far as I can tell anyway. Tina, does food do anything else? Because I can't tell if food does anything else.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Food is money.
But you don't actually have to go in there, right, like, at all. You can just skip it. That's all it does. But you'll also see them get stars that spell out extra. If you get all of them, right, you get an extra life.
Okay. Yeah, I actually am pretty okay with bonus stages when you have a chance of getting an extra life out of them. I'm not sure if you can in this one, but it's something that for an hour worth of gameplay may be worth considering. Now, there are also passwords in this game, so extra lives might not matter quite as much. They're
still going to matter, and the reason for that is that you only get passwords at every new world. Right, and I can't remember exactly how many stages that is, but it's not, it's not like 2 stages or 3 stages.
And they're punishing. This is a fairly punishing game.
Yeah, Faizu is game over, going back to the beginning. Still, this early on, it's probably not a huge deal to go back to the beginning.
Well, and kind of once you get a feel for how all of that goes, it won't be so bad in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But, because you'll have the password for the extra stages and stuff like that.
Yeah, look at Blade Works Master and the Time Walker. Time Walker has 7 lives, Blade Works has 6. The Toe, on the other hand, is on the swimming stage with only 1 extra life. Like, there's definitely a discrepancy between the players here and how they're, if they're playing risky or if they're playing conservative. And it seems like being careful is the way to go.
Oh, yeah, well, and it's tough because, right, like, you want to go fast, right? The game kind of wants to encourage you to go fast. I mean, GooGoo does move pretty quick in the grand scheme of things, but, right, it has that Bubsy sort of problem in that, one-hit death.
But also,
not so good.
You feel like you want to go fast.
Yeah, I mean, because it kind of has that same sort of floaty thing, like, oh, well, like, things just kind of run better when you're, like, moving.
Yeah, I like the Bubsy curse, okay? It's like, because it's just tempting you. It's always tempting you. Do you want to just jump and fly across a large portion of the stage? Well, you can, but there's a good possibility you're dead if you do. And
pretty much.
Yeah, that always ends up being the death of me. Hey, it looks like Blade Works Master is on to 1-5.
Yeah, so that's the temple level.
Uh-huh.
So after 1-5, there's a boss. And then you'll go on to World 2.
Lots of bones in this temple. I don't like it. I prefer, like, the bones to be nice and arranged, not just thrown in the corners, okay? Like some
so
heathen,
So, chat's asking who made this. It's a Korean game, or Korean company called Zamina. This is the only game that they made for the NES.
Yep, they did a lot of MSX back.
They did a lot of MSX games.
A lot of clones, yeah.
Yep. So if you've heard of them before, you've probably heard of them because of Superboy.
Yep.
Yep.
Superboy 1, 2, 3, 4, and also Super Bioman 4, which was a Super Mario Brothers 3 game, I guess. Okay.
Yes. Aside from that, right, they made just basically bootleg MSX versions of other popular games.
Yep. I mean, especially at the time, that was completely okay per their local law to do that, you know.
Correct.
And honestly, I think it was a great way to bring in some of the other cultures and introduce them, you know, share what people are creating with other groups. Yeah, I support bootleg games when they take into account the local rules like that, yeah.
I mean, it's still, you know, it's still a questionable game.
But this game, you know, isn't really ripping off too much yet. Like, I definitely see the Mario influence with the bushes and the clouds and the color palette and the turtle shells / heads.
Yeah, so I don't think it's super. I mean, as far as kind of boot, it's really more an unlicensed game than it is a bootleg, I guess is a better.
Yeah, the
yeah.
closest that we come to, that we get to bootleg with this game is that there are some asset rips. They flip some assets that maybe they didn't develop, you know, themselves, but it's not quite the same as just saying, you made this? This is my game.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's a lot of, like, the level designs are not exactly the same. And all of the
there was
graphics
definitely
appear different enough.
There was definitely a high level of effort put into this game.
Oh, yeah.
Right, something, it had like a year-long development time.
Half a year, something like that. It had a decent amount of time. It looks like it took them about a full month to figure out how to develop for the Famicom. Started in August 91, ended on May 5th, 1992. So for people who didn't know how to develop for the Famicom, to put together a game that fast, it's ridiculous. Actually, pretty impressive. Okay, Faizu is having to deal with stupid fish.
This game definitely still continues the tradition that birds are jerks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Time Walker onto the boss. Look at this ugly sucker.
So one thing we never really, haven't really talked about here is the magic system, right? I mean, because he is a magic kid, that all of the pills that you pick up are MP. And if you have so much MP, you can spend it to transform into various things.
Can you spend it at any time?
You can. You just hit select.
Okay.
So, like, Time Walker has 3 MP, so you can't turn into anything. But there are also items in the game, which you do have some of, right? And occasionally you can find them. They're...
Yeah, I kind of like that idea, you know. Beetlejuice tried a little bit with that you could have transformations whenever. But first, Beetlejuice required a lot of grinding in order to get it. And second, the power-ups lasted like maybe 5 seconds.
So these transformations last until you die,
yeah,
right? Persist through
like
levels
it.
And everything.
It's great. It actually gives you a lot of things to consider, like, do I transform and make this part a little bit easier and risk losing it immediately, or do I just hold on to it until absolutely needed at a boss or something? Yeah, I love the risk and reward factor when it comes to considering what you should do in a game. Wait, you can kill these, like, swamp things? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, like...
I like this game.
So, like, the item that Bladeworks Master just picked up is an actual item, not a costume. It's not MP or anything like that.
Okay, we are on to the boss for Bladeworks Master. This puts him tied with the Time Walker. He may be able to actually take first, depending on how the boss goes. Gotta figure out where the boss's weak point is, though. It's his head. Not the smallest weak point, it's just annoying to deal with it like this. Ow. Why does the death music make me think of Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout?
I was thinking that or like Adventure Island. So what can you buy with candy? I honestly have no idea.
You can buy a lot of things with candy, Corndan. Especially if you're, like, negotiating with children. You could buy a cell phone with candy.
So Faizu may have a little bit of an advantage here, right? Like when you go to the boss, he can stab the boss in the head.
Okay.
Well, could have.
By the way, some of the people who worked on this actually did some work, I believe, distributing Color Dreams games, including Baby Boomer over there in Korea. It was called Edong A's Adventures. Heck yeah. Also, they put out Roadrunner X, which was based on, which was the Roadrunner game. And Tube Exploration, also known as Tubin. Always good to... Oh my gosh, there's a Tubin in every developer's history.
So what you're saying is that this is a tube exploration bin that we've been putting games into.
I mean, sure. You can call it whatever you want, Corndan. I'm not judging. Faizu, by the way, is restarting the game. I know that he wants a good first push. Nobody has made it past the first boss, from what I can see, and that's going to be a little bit of the wall until they can, like, figure out how to fight the boss without taking damage. Considering it's one-hit kill unless you've transformed, it's a little bit complicated. Maybe worth gathering... I was going to say candy, but it's pills. Maybe worth gathering pills on the way.
So let's be honest about the real story of this game, right? Kid starts tripping on pills, and you know, gets added strength and the ability to swim real fast.
So it's basically Monster Party. Yeah.
Basically Monster Party.
Oh, I love Monster Party. Tina, have you played that?
Monster Party?
Yes.
Not yet, because I told Corndan that I would play it live on stream for the first time.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and second Corndan. That is a game that you definitely need to play. I want to speedrun sometime.
That sounds like something I would have asked her to do, but I don't remember doing it.
At least Tina remembers. Tina, you don't even have to try it on stream.
I could have been playing it.
I'm gonna say you don't even have to play it on stream as long as you get to play the game. It's a good game.
It's legitimately super weird, but I really love it.
You'll love the first stage, and then, like, as soon as you get the big first stage twist, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm 100% for this game.
Like, I could almost see giving out Monster Party in Kuso6rande just because of some of the design decisions, but it's not really bad enough for Kuso6rande. The game itself is good.
Like, it's got a few weird elements, but no, I wouldn't consider it Kusoge. It's a good game.
This, however, looks like it shouldn't be Kusoge, but it is.
Yeah, like, you said that the swimming is the worst part in this, and it's very difficult to see. To be fair, Mario swimming, especially in, like, Mario 1, is the worst. So they're just learning from the people who went before them. Aw, the toe is a penguin. I'm so happy. Like, the fact that... Yeah.
I love like even the penguin flaps when it swims.
There's a lot of attention to details, like small
Yes.
little things that this company made. Like I'm sad that this isn't considered an official game because it's definitely good enough to be right up there.
Oh yeah.
But then again, it came out in '92 after, pretty much people stopped making most games for the NES.
And you have to remember, it came out in an area too that didn't care necessarily about quality on the NES, and definitely didn't care about licensing and everything like that. So things just happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that, if they had to... Actually, considering that the company had already done enough bootlegs, I don't think reaching out to Nintendo and being like, hey, can we get this actually licensed? I don't know if that would have gone over so well.
Probably not. I don't think it...
So, that's fine. It's my belief, though, that if there is a game system out there, people should be able to make games for it. It's a lot more accessible because of Steam these days. Back at that time, you didn't just go and make homebrews for Nintendo and such. Maybe for Atari and Commodore. I don't know about Amiga, but possibly. But most of the time, no. If you were going to...
Amiga was pretty accessible to developers.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And, I mean, it only had a couple of custom things. I mean, so it was a standard Motorola and chip and stuff like that. So a lot of people actually knew how to program it for it already.
Yeah. I do know that the Switch store has a lot of homebrew stuff these days. I highly support it. There's a lot of jank there. So, obviously, buyer beware, but I would rather have a lot of jank than not get some games like that would never come out otherwise. Give me the jank, baby.
Yep.
Give me the asset flips. I don't care. And as long as they don't have, like, secret crypto miners on them, then I'm cool with it. Which is legit. I don't know. It's legitimately
That's a legitimate concern.
Been a concern. What a weird world. What? Oh, well, okay. Bird is dead. Faizu is taking this part a little... Oh, no. Tried to rush it. Gotta learn your lesson with the birds. There's no rush in the bird. Because the bird gets the final word. Specifically, that word is you're dead. There we go. Bladeworks on to the boss again, transforming into the night. Interesting idea. Not beneficial except to tank a hit, which honestly is not the worst use of a power-up.
So the knight too, right? If you get in close, you can stab him in the head, right? But I mean, inevitably you'll hit him and lose.
What I'd probably do, actually, is just start the fight off not using the knight, using the normal kid, and then after 1 or 2 hits, transform. That way, if I do poorly at first, it's not a huge deal. And if I do well at first, then I'll get an extra hit,
Yep.
See, you gotta think about strategy. How you're gonna tank stupid unicorn Cyclops, dude. Oh no, he's red. Oh, Time Walker just killed him. Time Walker is officially in the lead, but Bladeworks quickly in second there. Very nice for these players. There we go, World 2, Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this song. Tina, I'm so glad that you had this game before because I love this song in the game.
So I have a history with this game. I was really excited because this was like a holy grail for emulation. And I was so excited when it was finally correctly emulated so I could experience it. And then I experienced it, you see.
And then you experienced it.
Yeah.
And I learned that sometimes things in this world will disappoint us.
Did this disappoint you?
I mean, before it was correctly emulated, I need you to understand that all that we had to go on as a community was
Like
people talking
screenshots.
about how great it was. Screenshots, sure, we knew what it was going to look like, but this was, this was a game that was kind of touted as like being really, really good. It was an undiscovered absolute treasure. And it is in many ways, it is a treasure.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
going
no
to say
longer
they're wrong.
undiscovered for sure.
I mean, I will still argue, right? If you're looking at it as a
Yeah, but
like,
I mean,
how
this
does
is
this
going
look?
to rival Super Mario Brothers 3 might be overselling this.
100%. But I mean, if we look at this at right compared to a lot of the other Korean games that exist, this is basically Super Mario Brothers 3 in comparison.
That's fair. I mean, Super Dually Land's fine.
No, it's not. Don't say that, Tina. You are speaking lies.
Everybody in chat, go out and play Super Dually Land and then tell Rosentia that it's great.
It's just not true. Like
look,
objectively.
Dooley Bravo Land is great.
Faizu is
And
fighting
what's-
the boss, by the way. Very nice job getting
And
a
once
few
again,
hits.
I mean, as we look at it in comparison to like, other games and stuff going on, right? I mean, if you look at like the MSX scene in Korea, man, there are a lot of really bad games that come out for that because somebody just decides that we need a port of Super Mario 1 for like the 4th time.
Nobody needs a port of Super Mario 1 for the 4th time. The Super Mario 1, I don't know. It was good for its time. But it definitely is not... I don't know. If I'm introducing people to the Mario series, like Mario 3 or Super Mario World, that's where we go. And then after that, after those two, introduce them to Super Mario 2 US. And then maybe let them touch Super Mario 1, that way they get the good stuff at the beginning and then get the painful stuff, later on.
I actually very much I like Super Mario 1.
Like, okay, I like it, but it's so hard. And it's extremely punishing until you learn that there's actually a continue system, then it's kind of playable.
So, but I legitimately like it, and so I'm not gonna say it's the it's not a big issue.
All right. Yeah.
But the various MSX quote ports of this are not very good,
No,
and
they're
so
not.
when you look at like the Korean game scene, this may as well be Super Mario 3.
Yeah, I would say that this is possibly the best game that came out from Korea during that time period. At least that I've seen. Is it Kuso? Yeah. Does it have issues? Yeah. Is it beautiful? It is. Is the music great? I love the music in this game. But yeah, that's the thing with games, you can still greatly enjoy a lot of things about them while acknowledging their flaws.
Yep.
You are a great player, Faizu. Good try. A World 2 Tiger for Faizu. I'm happy about that. Yeah, that puts Faizu pretty solidly in 3rd at this point. The Toe currently in 4th, struggling a little bit to get through this. But it's not really too surprising, Everybody is going to have their individual strengths and weaknesses, and honestly, some people who struggle a little bit early on tend to do well as the match progresses, so it still is anybody's game. With that said, this is a 17-point round, right?
Yeah, so everybody goes through, so I didn't feel real bad about dropping this on them.
Well, that's great. Yeah, even last place will still be in, though it's going to be a little bit harder for them to make it into the bracket. It's cool. Yeah, we're having very difficult competition here.
I mean, this would have been the perfect time to pull out New York Warriors. So I have my regrets about, you know, using that so early.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this would have been a good time for that.
No,
yeah.
I don't feel bad about that. Honestly, I would... This is the type of game that I love to give out, you know. New York Warriors is fascinating, but I also feel like it's too repetitive, you know?
So I feel they have different things, and I love giving out both types of games like this, right? You know, I love this one. Like, this is a great Kuso6rande game, specifically because there's so much cool stuff about it, and it is so fundamentally flawed.
Yeah.
Right, right, that this is definitely one of those, this could have been a good game, but ... right? And that's pretty much like the best description this game you can give. Right?
Yeah,
Games like New York Warriors, you just question, like, why was that a good idea? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot about it that you go, okay, I get what they're trying to do, but nothing ever got even close.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that every GM sort of has their aesthetic, and grimy New York City is like the opposite of my aesthetic. But holy cow, Cornden, you have rocked that aesthetic many times.
I know. Well, you know, I mean, right? Like, I grew up, you know, I had Nintendo games and stuff like that, but I really grew up on, like, all those old DOS games. And so a lot of, like, that early VGA stuff, when all of a sudden you could have 256 colors, everybody thought it was a good idea. And a lot of the colors, like, that you couldn't have were, like, multiple browns and stuff like that.
Oh, the whole brown palette. Ugh. I'm never. Those words sound dirty. Gross. Yeah, simply put, if your game is judged based off of the quantity of browns that it has, then maybe, just maybe...
Maybe it's a poop game.
Maybe it's a poop game. Yeah. Still, I'm very impressed with how Faizu is doing.
Faizu's doing well. He's in a solid second right now. Time Walker's ahead of him, I think, by one stage.
Yeah, just about.
Faizu has adapted extremely well. Time Walker's really been killing it. It's not surprising. Time Walker's done well before, right? And Time Walker's a little bit more judicious about the use of, oh, well, I have the MP, so I'm just going to be the knight, right? I'm not saying that always works. And in fact, in a lot of ways, it hasn't worked out real well.
Yeah, it's nice that players have somewhat different play styles so far. You know, everybody's been learning various strategies and figuring out what works best for them. I wouldn't be too surprised if you know, the players stick with what they've done so far because it's worked for them. Which, honestly, in Time Walker's case, is using power-ups whenever possible because it allows you to take an extra hit. Faizu saving the power-ups until the boss, I believe Bladeworks Master doing the same thing as well. And the Toad just being a kid. And yet, all of them are making progress.
Yep.
There we go. Time Walker through one stage onto the next.
So you can go to, when people ask what you can do, I just noticed here, the other side advantage of the game stuff, instead of playing the games, you can actually just go to the shop.
Yeah, so. And the shop seems like it has some worthwhile stuff in there. but you know, it's always tempting to me. Like, Garnden, it's bad when games give me a chance, double or nothing. I'm like, oh baby, let's roll. Let's roll. I want to roll.
So, Scorton saying he thought Faizu was in third, not second. So Faizu is one stage right now ahead of Bladeworks Master.
Correct.
And is one behind Time Walker. Time Walker is in the World 2 temple.
The toe is not very far behind, though.
Yeah,
currently
but
on the stage behind
close.
Blade.
Like, we're at 36 minutes. There's a lot of progress that can still be made here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, one thing that I actually really find cool so far is the wide variety of music that has been in this game. I suppose coming out in 1992, perhaps they had more space to allow songs, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Almost every stage has had a different song so far. Uh-oh, Time Walker, you didn't get the key! You can't leave without the key! Ah, there's the key, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't hard.
Look, sometimes it is.
Okay, World 2 boss for Time Walker. This is a very certain lead at this point. Look at the pig. Everybody
look at the pig.
Oh my gosh, I love the pig.
This pig is such a pain to fight.
Yeah, don't you have to hit him in the butt?
I'm sure that our players will figure that out.
Wait, is this just When You Wish Upon a Star, the song? At times it sounds like When You Wish Upon a Star. Oh no! Time Walker, death by pig butt!
That's not the way that you're supposed to hit the pig in the butt, though.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Different.
In fact, you're supposed to hit the pig in the forehead.
Yep. No gentle caresses, everybody. Yeah. Oh no, Time Walker, you got greedy. Pig didn't turn around. Gotta know, pig sometimes does what pig wants to do. I don't like this water music. Like, the other one hurt more. Gonna star your dreams come true. See? That's exactly what it is. I do love that the pause menu has a cup of coffee there. Or tea.
Yeah.
I know,
sometimes you just need to take a break.
So I don't think here, and I actually don't think anybody has tried the items yet. It took me a long time to try the items too.
I think that everybody is assuming the same thing that I did the first time that I played the game, which is that the item icon is indicating that you are in an item menu. That it's just a it's a placard, not an entry that you can select.
Oh, okay. Okay, Time Walker was pausing because something attacked his eye in real life. No! Stop attacking eyes! Oh my gosh.
Why did you hit the goal, or the game, at the same time he hit an enemy, so as soon as he got out of the game, he died. Well.
Yeah, welcome to video games and their flaws. Oh my gosh, I forgot, when I was playing Xena, there was a boss, literally called Eye Boss. And at first, it looks like you're gonna fight Dracula, but no, Dracula summons a giant eye, and then he disappears, and so, yeah, literally an eye boss called Eye Boss.
Well, I mean...
It's what it says on the tin.
I'm so excited for more Xena Game Boy Color, it's so good. Tina, I got out of bounds in the first 8 minutes of the game, okay? On accident.
Of course, Xena for the Game Boy is going to be like your favorite game ever.
It is now.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever didn't see that coming, right?
hasn't been on the channel long, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Xena's my aesthetic. Okay.
Well, and so is the
Yes.
Game Boy.
Game Boy is kind of my aesthetic. Game Boy Color, definitely a little bit more. But yeah, Camp, that's my aesthetic.
Oh no, Faizu.
Oh no, what happened?
So the key to stage 10, right?
Okay.
You have to get literally like right. You have to ride this platform all the way to get it. And so if the platform goes off screen,
It
you have to die.
despawns.
Yeah. You actually can't jump up to get the key at all.
Are you serious? Can you go back and ride the platform again?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I've only ever seen Faizu
Yeah.
die.
So
well,
the problem is that I assume that it respawns. That it almost certainly does, because it's an NES
Sure
game.
does.
Keeping track of that sort of state is really hard. However, it's also incredibly easy to die on your way back.
my question is there a jumping magical transformation? Faizu's a boomerang kid. Oh, baby. This
think
is not the
so.
best boomerang in the world.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't remember any of them having a good jump.
Okay, Faizu still needs to learn the patterns of the enemies in this stage. It looks like Bladeworks is back into second or third, and Faizu is lagging behind in fourth because the Toe has made it to the dungeon as well, the castle dungeon. The Toe making an interesting choice to go with Floaty Boy. Floaty Boy has a projectile and can float. Honestly, that sounds like the best of all worlds.
Would you like to have a projectile and can float?
Yeah?
Would anybody not?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a projectile, I guess.
Just give me a parachute
Right.
and a gun. I'm
I
set.
have like things I can throw at people.
And you've unlocked the secrets of flight.
It's true, Corn Dad. That's your profession.
That is true. So Faizu finally learned to use the items. He used one that just makes them all stop.
Yeah,
So-
that's good. Yeah, we have 3 players on the castle for the first time. The Toe currently in the bitrate killer. Oh my gosh. That is...
It doesn't like it, huh?
No.
No.
All those bits. Just being devoured. By the way, thank you everybody who's been here, as well as for the people who recently subscribed, like Tempestroll and Tails, Arpiga, Jangle Storm. We have just about 16 minutes left in this match. This has been an exciting time, and I'm really thrilled to see who makes it into the bracket. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this match will determine one person making it in, but it'll definitely solidify someone's, like, give them a high possibility of making it. You know, and then
Well,
once
yeah,
we
so
get
if
into
they
the
get-
bracket... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Whoever gets first here will have 27 points going into round 4, which makes it an incredibly high probability that at a very bare minimum they get into tiebreakers.
Yep. And that's coming in last on their final match. If they don't come
Correct.
in last on their final match, then they're good to go. But yeah, once we get to the bracket, we start giving out prizes to the people who are eliminated. It's a lot of fun. We start to get to know some of the players a little bit more. You know, we've seen individuals' play styles here, but it's a lot easier for me to keep track of what's going on Scream.
Wait, but let's be honest. Have you ever actually tried to keep track of what's going on, right, since like Kuso6rande?
At times. Corndan, okay, I know we're fighting a pig. What else do I need to know?
I mean, I'm just saying, right?
No, Corndan. No, I try. I'm actually a lot better than I used to be because I learned that I had ADHD, and now I've got stuff to help with that. So, yeah, this is me at my best, everybody. And we've already managed to not talk about the game several times.
I know.
It's my life. Let me tell you.
Look, I'll be honest. We've definitely had an informal competition going on for a while on who can get you off track the soonest.
While you say that, I think you're the only one who entered the competition, and you also
That's true. I've definitely been in this competition.
What? Tina, did you win?
I placed very highly. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh.
Tristan has managed to also play in this competition.
Oh yeah.
Were you betting like? What were you betting?
Faizu. Oh, it's just for just for bragging
honor.
rights.
Yeah, just honor.
Chat, it's not just my fault this time. Chat, this is a real thing that they're doing behind my back. So when you say I got off track,
I do want to point out that we do that because all it takes is like
you start digging.
Yeah, and we don't even give you like a big shovel. We're just like kick up a small amount of dirt and be like, here you go, and you're like, let's go down this hole.
I like shovels.
Huh?
Is that
Precisely.
a crime?
Hey, you know what's really interesting to me, bro? Is all the different interesting ways that that you've learned things just slightly differently in Utah. Tell me some Utah facts.
No, Utah's made up and not real. I've been lying to you this entire time.
So while we be going completely off topic here, Toe has made it to World 3.
Yeah, the Toe is clearly in the lead at this point. Look, it's all pink. It's Pink Land.
This is the furthest that I made. That I made when I played this game the first time, and it's rough. We've mentioned before that things are very floaty. We've mentioned that it feels like you're on ice a lot. You might have noticed that Toe is jumping around between fairly precarious platforms with nothing underneath. So, it's good.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate this song. Wait, my psych eval did conclude I'm inattentive? Yeah, that's right, we did a psych eval on my channel one time on Don't Make Us Bored, and it did say I'm inattentive. But
did it? I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, Cadus is what? Tina, were you saying that Toe's jumping around with nothing underneath? I don't think so.
There are spots
in
this level, and it becomes more and more.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not so much what we've seen so far, but rather what will be coming.
Oh, okay. There's a pit right there. Chad
so
is mentioning that the music changes speed.
This is what's coming.
There's lag.
many of the enemies. Well, not only that, but there's a bunch of enemies they'll start taking off. Like they'll creep up towards you, they'll shoot a bullet, and then they will jet off screen.
Well, that's not nice.
No, the game stops being
like
nice.
that, like what we just saw on Toe's screen.
Okay, we need like some vigilante justice. Let's hire Grimace right there. Not sure why Grimace is in the game, but hey, it always helps. It's like a very it's like a Grimace baby, Grimace child, doesn't have arms or legs yet, or two eyes.
I really don't like this conversation. I don't like anything about that mental image.
Well, we need to learn about the Grimace McDonald's lore. Time Walker, by the way, on to the next stage as well. Very nice.
Well, maybe one day we'll get to bring back Donald McDonald Land.
He just called him. Okay, Justin just called him Grimacekin, and I'm somehow even more grossed out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Wait, it's a real thing? I'm not. Oh no. I don't want Grimacekin to be real. I like this music. Even though it does slow down, yeah, we get to start seeing a little bit of lag on the level that Bladeworks Master is on, and I presume it doesn't necessarily get better. I don't know why some games have music slow down and some don't. Probably just
I mean, from
the
a
way
purely technical standpoint, the reason is because the CPU is what drives the music. So any time that you don't have the game itself completing what it's supposed to do on every single frame that it's rendering, that causes music slowdown on the NES, whereas it would only cause graphical slowdown on like the Super Nintendo.
Right, because the music system on the NES has the lowest priority.
Okay, gotcha. And I guess that's fair. It just... I don't know.
Now you're gonna say something like, yeah, but that leads to a bad player experience.
And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
To which game designers at the time would say,
Yeah, but you should like me, yeah. I'd say
Yeah, pretty much.
at least the tune is enjoyable enough that I can deal with the stuttering. If it's not like Athena level music where half of the music just stops working and it's better when it stops working, then you're probably fine. Like, I have complaints, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not Athena. Faizu currently fighting the cute little pig. Aw.
I mean, it could be Athena, right? Because if you watch Big Bad Game-a-thon...
Oh my gosh, Scotty is running Athena Arcade. For better, for worse. Faizu, no!
No!
Aw, sad day. He's gonna have more chances against this boss, but unfortunately already went through all of the candy. I love the
Oh, they're pills.
Oh, shut up!
yeah.
Shut up! I know
No,
they're pills.
they are. MP stands for magic pills.
Yeah, my mom kept telling me that. That's what it stood for.
Look. Right? This game takes kids and turns them into dope dealers.
Yeah, so does Monster Party.
That's
Let's be real.
That's a different game.
Is it, Tina? Is it? Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure. I'm having to do my research. I've made an assertion before having done my research fully, but I am fairly confident.
You know, I actually really love the cutie flies that show up and try to kill you. They're kind of adorable. I also don't understand why they have stop signs in this level that the toe is on. You know, do you really need to stop? Are there any cars? I don't see any. Apparently Time Walker is in the lead, passing up the toe, currently on this next water level. Oh, the clam's gonna come bite your night butt. Actually, I feel like swimming as a knight would be difficult.
Yeah, I think it'd be a bad idea.
But I also appreciate that the game doesn't punish you for using a specific power-up. The power-ups seem to only help and not hinder. Unless I'm mistaken. Unless, like, the penguin is useless outside of the water.
The penguin is kind of useless outside the water. Like,
does he
can't move very fast, doesn't jump as high.
Okay.
But in the water, penguin is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Still, if there is a little bit of punishment, it's minuscule compared to the benefits that you would get going into the water.
I mean, correct. The benefit. I mean, the benefit across the board is, hey, you get a second. You know, you get like a shield, right? That is huge.
Bladeworks is on to the boss. Bladeworks could possibly move into third, depending on how he does against this
Blade
boss.
Works might already be on third. So I don't know between the two.
I don't know.
I think if it were to end right now, I don't know who's done more health to the boss. Okay, Kata says Faizu is in third right now.
The toe turned into... This is not a penguin. This is... Or is that the penguin?
No, it's a dolphin.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a penguin. I thought that... Like, at first I took a look and I'm like, okay, pretty sure that's a fish-like thingy. But then it could have just been a horribly misshapen penguin as well with like a bald spot, you know?
What do they teach you about penguins in Utah?
Look, we don't have penguins here, okay, Cordan? I know that.
But you have like zoos.
Zoos. You mean animal prisons, huh?
Yes, I do mean, you know, when penguins go through and commit fish crimes, we send them to animal prison.
It's true, and they're adorable. Oh, especially the ones who are naughty. Stealing all the fish. I love those penguins.
I don't like where this is going.
Time Walker is onto the ugliest fortress.
It's a pretty ugly fortress.
This is a bad color palette. This is not how you make things look good. This is how you make them look like somebody vomited and called that art. Which honestly has happened in the past. I mean, heck, even Samuel Beckett wrote a play where all it does is, the whole play is, like, I think at the very beginning you hear a baby's cry, then then the curtain opens, the stage has a pile of trash, and then 10 minutes later you hear an old man cough, and the curtains close, and that is his play.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Thank you, Samuel Beckett.
To me, that sounds like that could be the sequel to Waiting for Godot.
Well, are you going to stop waiting for Godot if you haven't seen him yet?
No, you're waiting.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Godot.
Perfect. Got it in one.
Yes, because Rednecks is is totally the group I could see, you know, writing music for a sequel to For Waiting for Godot.
Oh yeah. Honestly, it depends on where you go in Utah. Like, I'm in one of the lesser redneck areas.
No, I mean, that's the name of the band that sings Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh. I thought you were mocking Utah. I can't believe it, Corday.
No. I was actually being legit.
I like the music for the Bladeworks Masters stage because it takes the theme from the first stage on the previous world and makes it all minor key and scary. Okay, whoever worked on the music for this, you get all of the points. By the way, yes, I did have a class that had a lot of Beckett when I was at university. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, so now we're on Angry Dinosaur.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
this boss is impossible. I'm sure somebody can beat it, but I don't believe that
it's not me.
Yeah, it's certainly not me.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's time. Angry Dinosaur lives to see another day.
This boss.
It's impossible.
Mystery solved. Yep.
You heard it, everybody. Literally
Asshole.
The impossible boss. To fight the impossible boss.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and invite Time Walker to come chat because Time Walker definitely took the lead. That was a great... Oh, there we go. Time Walker, hello there, and congrats on your victory today.
Hi, I hope you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, great job. Yeah, I'm trying to think. You honestly made a lot of progress through the third world, I believe. Got to the boss there. Tina said that boss is impossible, but I don't know. I'm a believer. I believe that boss can die.
Nope, totally impossible. No human being can do it. As proved by the fact that nobody in the race beat the boss.
By the way, Toe took second, Bladeworks Master third, Faizu fourth. None of them are eliminated, though. They will be moving on to the fourth round. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Time Walker, so talk to me about this game. What was your experience with it? Time Walker? Time Walker, are you here? Uh-oh. Tina,
Hello?
Yes, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I've been talking to you.
Yeah, I hear it. I guess for some reason the app suddenly decided to ignore me.
Yeah,
no problem. But yeah,
no, it's fine. Discord.
So maybe I still have a bit of Stockholm syndrome from dinosaurs before, because I actually like the game. I found it fun. Okay. I guess it is problematic. I see that it has lots of slowdowns and whatever. And honestly, I have no idea what the other power-ups do, because at the start I noticed, well, I guess the most important part is to grind as much of those pills and lives as possible, because using the power-up gives you an extra hit in that regard.
Yeah, honestly, if you have a lot of them going on to the boss, you can burn through a lot of those pills. Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed all those player traps. Like you're just swimming and then suddenly a big blowfish comes right at you.
Yeah,
that was fun. And and I guess the cloud. Oh yeah, the cloud. This is almost worse than the sun from Super Mario.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this game is a good example of games that are flawed but fun. Bad doesn't necessarily mean unenjoyable. And there were some parts of this that I think are genuinely good, like the soundtrack in multiple places is an absolute jam.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, a few tracks are really amazing. And then you get that one underwater song, which is like screeching in my ears with headphones. That's horrible.
Yeah! I didn't really enjoy the first water stage, but like the first stage of World 2, I think had the best song. I loved it.
Also, I have one important question. Why is World 3 called Oregon?
We don't know.
Maybe it was supposed to be Oregon, and that looks a lot like Oregon from, I've been to Portland. They had stoplights. They had death hits.
It's true. Portland has stoplights.
It also looks like 3D World Runner, and
I mean, they've got a sign saying keep Portland weird, and whoa, that was pretty weird, very pink. Oh, Time Walker, this was a lot of fun. Congratulations, you are almost guaranteed to make it into the bracket. If you do not come in fourth on your next match, you're pretty much in. I'm not making any promises at this point, but yeah.
Just one thing, seems like Kate says that the road names are actually passwords.
Yes.
He believes, at least. Oh, I see. I would have never guessed this.
You had a continuous system as well, so it wasn't a big deal.
True.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Time Walker. I had a lot of fun. Anything that you want to plug while you're here?
No, nothing to plug. I'm just, still working, still studying, still lots of things to do. But I hope we can talk again.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, take care. Have a great rest of your day, Time Walker. Thank you so much, Corn Dan and
Thank you
Tina.
all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see
thank
y'all
you.
later. Bye.
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 Well, everybody, this is Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Again, thank you to those who have subscribed and followed. We give out over $2,000 worth of prizes when we make it to the bracket, and this also helps keep me and Justin fed, so it's very much appreciated. Up next is our last game for Kuso6rande. Will I play Xena afterwards? Possibly, depending on how I'm feeling. Oh, geez, I could take a nap. But let's go ahead and run an ad, and I'll be back after this minute. The stupid shoe ad again? I hate the shoe ad. Just, you can eat whatever shoe you want, everybody, okay? I'm not judging. Eat the left one, or eat the right one. Oh my gosh. I still love the Kuso matches. They're so much fun for me.